A man in a blue car has your name written on a paper. He's searching for something you once owned, and someone you know gave him the directions. The reason will disturb you. God says this isn't an ordinary moment, and what's happening behind your back is bigger than you imagined. A man in a blue car has been driving up and down your street, eyes scanning windows, corners, and parked vehicles. He carries something small in his hand, a folded paper with your full name written in bold black ink. He doesn't look like a stranger. But he's not someone you recognize. He came not out of curiosity, but with intention and a mission whispered into his ears by someone who once sat comfortably in your life. That paper he holds was given to him in trust by someone who knows you well. Someone who used to smile at you, talk sweetly, and now silently sold your name. The man was told to come during daylight, when no one would suspect the truth unfolding. He isn't just looking for you. He's looking for something you once owned, something you likely forgot or thought lost. What he wants isn't random, it connects to a decision you made, or a possession you cherished. There's a hidden reason why this man is showing up now, after all this time. And that reason will rattle the ground beneath your feet. A story long buried is resurfacing, and your name is at the very center. Your name was spoken inside a room you've never entered. Photos were shared, and your past was used as a map. A direction was given, leading him directly to the one place you should have felt safest. God says, even in your quietest moments, He is aware of every movement made against you. Someone is stirring a pot that was already cold, hoping to reignite a fire that will force you to answer to something unfair. That blue car didn't arrive by accident, it arrived as part of a timeline you weren't told about. The man has already asked 2 people nearby where you stay. But what he was told wasn't the full truth, and now he's circling back again. In his car's glove compartment is an object, one you'll recognize the moment you see it. He is holding onto something that belonged to you years ago. Something you may have handed over unknowingly or that was taken from your room when trust lived inside your walls. This object is proof, and it holds secrets you may not have even remembered. Inside the blue car is more than just a man. There are questions wrapped in silence, betrayal folded in innocence, and instructions scribbled in secrecy. And none of it began today, it started the day someone close to you betrayed your boundaries. Type Amen to get blessing 333. Type Amen to get blessing 444. Type Amen to get blessing 555. Type Amen to get blessing 666. Someone gave him your handwriting. A copy of a note you once wrote in a moment of love or pain. They told him your voice, your fears, your silence. This man is being paid. Not just in money, but in secrets. He's being rewarded with knowledge about you that no stranger should ever carry. You are being watched, but not the way you think. You are being measured for reactions, tested for resistance, and studied for weakness. But there's something they didn't calculate. Your strength is waking up now. What they thought was a passive spirit is becoming a roaring force. Your protection isn't physical, it's spiritual, and it's already surrounding you. Someone you once welcomed into your home is responsible for this. They gave him your name, described the color of your room, the corner you sit in when you're quiet, and the way your eyes shift when you're nervous. They know too much because you trusted too much. The blue car has parked now, just around the bend. And the man is not alone. There's a voice on the other side of the phone, giving him more directions. The voice is familiar. He has no idea what he's about to step into. Because while he came searching for your past, he'll be confronted by a truth he wasn't warned about. Your present has changed, and your soul is not who it used to be. The person who gave your name away did so not out of accident, but with motive. Out of envy, out of resentment, out of greed. They thought selling your name would keep them safe. But the one thing they never expected was for you to sense it. For your instincts to start burning at just the right moment. For your soul to start whispering, something is wrong, something is close, something is here. Type Amen to get blessing 888. There is a small envelope inside his car, and your handwriting is on it. But you never gave it to him. It was stolen, copied, or passed without your permission. He carries it as proof, in case someone questions his search. But that proof is a lie. It's a shadow of truth, wrapped in manipulation. The reason he's looking for something you once owned is because it holds value, not just financial but emotional. It has weight, meaning, and consequence. And someone is afraid of what you'll remember if it ends up back in your hands. He's not just here to return something. He's here to test your readiness. To see if you're vulnerable enough to fall into the trap waiting just around the corner. The paper he carries doesn't only have your name. It has dates, places, even quotes from your private journal. Someone crossed every line. God says, even when your name is dragged into hands that mean harm, His protection speaks louder than betrayal. They can copy your name, but they cannot copy your destiny. They can borrow your past, but they cannot rewrite your promise. There's a plan to accuse you of something. To say you were involved in a matter that you weren't even aware existed. This man is being used to deliver the beginning of that plot. But truth always walks faster than lies. What's coming to you is clarity, and it will silence every setup. What they meant for shame will become your platform. Type Amen to get blessing 1212. This isn't the first time someone tried to track your life. But this is the first time it will backfire instantly. Because this time, your spirit is awake. There are names being spoken in private calls. One of them is someone you still speak to, someone who asks how you're doing. Behind that voice is deception. The man in the blue car will soon knock on a door. But it won't be yours. Because the divine intervention already redirected his path. Your dreams were warning you. The heaviness, the shadow, the sudden chills, you weren't imagining it. Your spirit was sensing movement. There's a photo in his car, and it has you in it. You didn't know it was taken. You didn't agree to be part of it. It was taken without your knowledge, during a time you were at your most peaceful. That photo is being used to provoke questions. To stir confusion. But peace will not be taken from you. And clarity will not be delayed. You are covered in ways you cannot yet see. They tried to use your silence as permission. But silence is not weakness. Silence is power gathering in stillness. There are two women connected to this setup. One provided the item from your past. The other is watching to see your reaction once it's found. This is not about an object, it's about control. About making you question your memory. About making you feel small in the face of something stolen. God says, your memory will return with force. You will remember what you were meant to forget. And when it returns, so will your authority. The man in the blue car has now received one final message. The voice told him to wait until nightfall. That's when they believe you'll be alone and most vulnerable. But what they don't know is you are never alone. Forces walk with you, light surrounds you, and you are being guarded even when you rest. Your room is not empty, it is filled with divine presence. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. Type Amen to get Blessing 2020. Tonight, as the car remains parked a few corners away, something is shifting. The streetlights flicker not from power issues, but from spiritual signals. You are being alerted. The reason this man wants the item is to hand it over to someone else. That person wants to trap you with it, wants to reopen something you already healed from. They want you bound by a memory. But the truth is, that object no longer holds you. You are no longer the version of yourself who owned it. You have evolved, and no one can pull you back without your consent. Inside your home, your energy is stirring. You can feel it in your chest. Something unseen is standing by your door, not to harm, but to guard. What was planned against you will now be reversed. The name that was written down as a target will now shine as a testimony. And the hands that wrote it will soon shake with regret. There is a bag in the car. In it, old letters, some written by you, others forged in your name. They plan to use these to raise suspicion. But suspicion cannot grow where truth is planted. What is yours will return to you. And what was taken will become meaningless. Type Amen to get Blessing 2424. The two people guiding him are connected to your childhood. One was present during your most vulnerable years. The other was never far when your back was turned. They have plotted this for months. But timing is everything, and they chose the wrong time. Because you are no longer unguarded. One of them wants your forgiveness only after you are broken. The other wants to use your pain to rise higher. But both have underestimated the strength you now carry. This blue car has appeared in your path before. Maybe in dreams. Maybe at moments of tension. But it has returned now in reality. There's a tiny camera mounted on the dashboard. They plan to record your expression when the object is shown to you. They want to study your emotions like a criminal's confession. But your spirit will not shake. Your eyes will not tremble. You will stand in truth, and nothing they show can unseat you from your strength. Type Amen to get Blessing 2828. Someone close to you is silently watching this unfold, but they're afraid to speak. They know what's happening is wrong. But they're scared of being punished for telling you. They will find courage soon. And when they speak, the entire story will crack open. A confession will be made, not to hurt you, but to free themselves. The man in the blue car doesn't know he is being used too. He thinks he's delivering justice, but he's being manipulated with half-truths. They told him only what would make you look guilty. But truth has layers. And those layers are about to unfold in your favor. Your silence will soon roar like thunder. In the background of this setup is a woman. Her name begins with a letter you know well. She pretends to care, but her jealousy has grown into something dangerous. She knows too much. And she's spoken too much. Her words are coming back to her, louder than she imagined. Type Amen to get Blessing 3232. The object they seek may be small, but its power lies in what it represents. It's tied to a season of your life that shaped who you are. A season they want to use to keep you stuck. But your seasons are shifting. And the storms they send will only water your growth. You are no longer the same. God says, even the enemies that come disguised in blue cars are seen. They are not hidden from divine sight. Their plans are being unwrapped now. The man has reached your gate once, but turned back. Something invisible stopped him. It wasn't fear, it was force. Someone from your past prayed for you before they left your life. That prayer is still working. And that's why no weapon formed can reach you. The one who gave him directions has regrets, but they're too deep in now. They think they can fix it quietly. But there's no going back without truth. Type Amen to get blessing 3636. He will knock, but not today. Because tonight, a truth will be shown to him that makes him question everything. A detail will surface that proves you were never the villain. The woman orchestrating this thought she covered all tracks. But her name has been whispered already. And the time for exposure is now near. Your name has power. Not because of fame or fortune, but because of purity and purpose. And that's what they couldn't stand. They tried to paint you as deceptive. But your light reveals their lies. And their masks are melting in silence. You are not alone tonight. That presence you feel beside you isn't imagination. You are protected. The wind around you is carrying messages. The whispers in your dreams are not random. They are preparing you. Type Amen to get blessing 4040. This man may think he's the hunter, but he's being hunted by truth. He will walk away confused, unsure, unsettled. And what he tried to return will become useless in his hands. What they wanted to awaken in you, shame, confusion, fear, will instead birth clarity, strength, and boundaries. You are not who they remember. The person who betrayed you the most will be the one who begs for your silence. But you will not need revenge, truth will speak louder. The universe is handling it. Now breathe. You have survived worse. And this time, you are rising prepared. If you feel this message resonates, stand still, stay alert, and keep silent until it is revealed. You are being watched, but you are not in danger. Type Amen to get blessing 4444. You will hear about this in whispers first. Then the full truth will be presented boldly. And your name will be cleared before it's even accused. The people behind this will scatter. Some will deny involvement. Others will try to blame one another. But the paper with your name won't reach where they wanted it to. It will burn, spiritually and symbolically. Their plan will never see the light of justice. A shift is coming within 72 hours. Something will change in the atmosphere. And what felt heavy will be lifted. Watch for the color blue. It will return, but this time with redemption. What once carried threat will now bring answers. Tonight is a spiritual battle, but you've already won. Rest. Breathe. Hold your peace. Type Amen to get blessing 4848. You were chosen for a reason. That's why your name was worth stealing. But what they stole can't compare to what's being prepared for you. You are stepping into a realm of revealed truths. And everything that was hidden will now become your confirmation. This is not your ending, it's the beginning of your justice. God says, the moment they thought they had you figured out, they underestimated what was spiritually shielding you. The man in the blue car now feels an unsettling presence he cannot explain. Every time he gets closer, something pulls him back, not fear, but unseen resistance. Your name, written in that folded paper, has begun to fade. The ink isn't smudging by chance, it's symbolic of the power being removed from the hands of those who tried to harm you. The person who gave him that paper is having second thoughts, their sleep disturbed by guilt. There is now a silence around your home. Not an ordinary silence, but one filled with divine protection. No matter how close he gets, he won't be allowed to touch what is yours. This object thereafter, this thing you once owned, is a symbol of a time when your heart was wide open. It carries energy they hoped would be used against you. But they didn't know that you've already released the emotional tie it had over you. That's why it no longer holds power over your spirit. Even if they place it before you, it won't break you, it will remind you that you are stronger now. And what once hurt you cannot hurt you again. Type Amen to get blessing 5252. Type Amen to get blessing 5353. Type Amen to get blessing 5454. Type Amen to get blessing 5555. The one watching from a distance, the one who helped guide this man, they're about to be caught in their own contradiction. Someone is recording them. A third party, quiet and observant, is collecting their lies. Your name will be cleared before it's ever spoken in accusation. Their plan will fold inward. The blue car will drive away, but the shame they carry will stay with them forever. A message will soon come to you, not through this man, but through a source you never expected. It will arrive gently, maybe in a conversation, a sudden call, or something you find online. And the missing puzzle will slide into place. You'll finally understand who, why, when, and how. But you won't need to react with rage. You'll respond with silence and alignment. Someone's about to confess, and it won't be pretty. It will come out during an argument or emotional breakdown. But it will confirm everything your intuition already suspected. Type Amen to get blessing 5656. Type Amen to get blessing 5757. Type Amen to get blessing 5858. Type Amen to get blessing 5959. In the end, this man will leave confused. What he thought would be a simple task has become a spiritual collision. He will never forget the sensation he felt near your home, like a wall of invisible force. He will report back to the one who sent him. But instead of delivering victory, he will deliver hesitation. Something's not right, he'll say. And that will be the beginning of their collapse. Because fear has no loyalty. The ones who betrayed you will soon turn on each other. The one who forged your handwriting will be exposed first. Their text messages, deleted files, and conversations will resurface. And what they did in darkness will be shown in light. Even your neighbors felt something strange. That car, that man, it didn't belong. Their instincts were quietly watching from windows. The same street they thought would betray you will soon witness your protection. And they'll whisper to themselves, how did they survive all this? Type Amen to get blessing 6060. Type Amen to get blessing 6161. Type Amen to get blessing 6262. Type Amen to get blessing 6363. You are stepping into a time of undeniable clarity. The fog is lifting. The faces behind the betrayal will no longer hide. Their silence will betray them. The nervous laughter, the quick subject changes, the shift in behavior, they'll expose themselves. And you'll simply observe, already knowing. You'll receive an apology, not because they truly regret what they did, but because they fear the consequences. You don't have to accept it. But you'll receive it as proof that justice is already working. The object they looked for, the item that once held your energy, will soon be handed to you by someone completely unrelated. It'll come back in a strange way. And you'll instantly know, this is what they were after. But when it touches your hand, it'll no longer hold emotional weight. It will be neutral. A symbol of what's been broken. Let it go again. You don't need to keep it. You've already kept the lesson. Type Amen to get blessing 6464. Type Amen to get blessing 6565. Type Amen to get blessing 6666. Type Amen to get blessing 6767. The man in the blue car will be seen again. But this time, you won't feel fear. You'll feel power, because you'll know you're untouchable now. The plans they made around your name will shatter. The energy they invested will collapse. And the story they tried to rewrite will be edited by divine hands. You don't need revenge. You don't even need answers anymore. What you need is already coming: peace, strength, restoration. Your name is being cleansed. The paper he carried will dissolve. The lies will turn to dust. And every person involved will feel the silence you left behind, not as abandonment, but as closure. You will walk away. And they'll be left in the place they thought they buried you. This is your moment. This is your protection. This is your proof that you are divinely sealed. Type Amen to get blessing 6868. Tonight, as the sky darkens and the streets quiet down, you'll feel it. That energy. That shift. That knowing. It is done. You are safe. You are rising. And no blue car, no paper, no past, can stop what's coming next. The man in the blue car is about to reach a crossroad, physically and spiritually. He thought he was searching for something simple, just an object, just a task. But instead, he's found himself wrapped in something much deeper, a war between lies and truth. As he pulls over and looks at the paper again, he begins to question why your name feels different. Why the road he's on feels unfamiliar, even though he followed directions carefully. Because something spiritual has shifted the course. Behind him, a voice continues to press through the phone, "Did you find it yet?" But his answer isn't what they expected. "I don't think I should be doing this," he mumbles, his grip on the paper loosening. What they don't know is that this man is being awakened. While he was sent to do harm, something about your presence, your unseen strength, your protected energy, is making him second-guess everything. He's starting to feel the weight of the mission. He looks at your name and can't help but wonder what kind of person you are. How did you become the center of this storm? But he'll never truly know. Only those who have felt your love, your sacrifice, and your loyalty understand your true story. Type Amen to get blessing 7272. The blue car engine shuts off for a moment. He steps out, stands on the sidewalk, and breathes in deeply. There's a pressure in his chest, but not from anxiety. It's the spiritual confrontation happening around him. Unseen forces are making themselves known, and he feels the edge of divine power. The atmosphere is heavy with truth. The person who gave him your name is growing nervous. They keep checking their phone, waiting for an update that will confirm their control. But silence has become their punishment. You haven't said a word. You haven't retaliated. But your silence has become louder than a scream. It is haunting those who misused your trust. The lies are cracking. And through those cracks, the light of your purity is shining. You never needed to prove yourself, the proof is in the fact you're still standing. And what they tried to bury you with is now the soil you're growing from. The roots of your power are spreading deeper. The bloom of your spirit is about to be unstoppable. Type Amen to get blessing 7676. The man in the blue car is not evil. He's confused, manipulated, used by people who wear masks of kindness. But now, he's beginning to recognize their lies. Soon, he will turn away, not just from your street, but from the entire assignment. He will delete the directions. He will throw away the paper. He will walk away with a strange mix of relief and shame. And as he disappears down the road, he'll whisper to himself, "I wasn't supposed to do this." He'll try to forget your name, but it'll stay in his memory, not because of what they told him, but because of what he felt near your energy. At the same time, the one who orchestrated this betrayal will face another kind of silence, abandonment from their own allies. They will be left alone with their guilt, their secrets, and their fear. You won't have to lift a single finger. Everything is being reversed in your favor. What was meant to ruin your peace will now restore your confidence. Type Amen to get blessing 8080. Your peace was never theirs to break. Your story was never theirs to write. And your name will never again be handed around like a tool of manipulation. You are entering a new era, one where secrets are exposed before they reach your doorstep. Where betrayals are intercepted before they touch your heart. Where liars choke on the dust of the lies they birthed. What once felt like surveillance will now become surrender. They're giving up. Quietly. One by one. Because your strength can no longer be denied. And in the middle of this shift, you'll feel freedom. Not the freedom of revenge, but the freedom of no longer caring what they think. Your validation is no longer external. You are becoming untouchable. Not by being guarded, but by being elevated. The dirt they tried to throw can't reach you now, you're too high. Soon, you'll hear that the man asked about you at the wrong house. That the people nearby said they didn't know you. That the person who gave him directions is now denying involvement. Everyone is retreating. And the fire they started is burning in their own hands. What was meant to expose you will now expose them. Let them speak. Let them watch. Let them wonder how you're still unbothered. Because what they can't touch, they can't harm. God says, your name is being rewritten in power. Your name will not be whispered in secrecy, but declared in victory. You are not a victim. You are a force. There is no need to confront them. Their downfall will be internal. Their shame will eat them before justice arrives publicly. And you? You'll walk past that blue car one day. And you won't feel fear. You'll feel nothing at all, because you've healed beyond their reach. They can keep the paper. They can burn the evidence. But they cannot burn your legacy. You are stepping into undeniable favor. Doors are opening that their lies can't close. Blessings are being assigned that their envy can't block. Your name is echoing in rooms of opportunity, not rooms of gossip. The universe has heard the truth. And it has made its decision.